Most times. Do you know, someone will say, I can't date a girl that the parents are not together. Most guys, some ladies say, I can't date a man that the mom is still alive, or the sister has sisters.
Yes.
Do you understand? Most people are like that. You're married, you're giving birth to children, doesn't mean you keep yourself anyhow. You look messy. Do you understand? You say, madam, you're not supposed to be dressing like this now. Why are you wearing this one? Why are you painting your hand? What will your children learn? I will look like Chris because I get children.
Welcome back to DURA'S podcast, where we have meaningful conversations that spark creativity and innovations. My name is Afra Debbie, and I am your host. And today I am thrilled to have my fabulous co-hosts Tessie and Florence with me. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so today we are diving into a controversial issue, the issue of gender inequality and gender bias and toxic relationships. So it's a 3-in-1. So, and also we're looking at if this contributes to some men having little respect for their wives. So, and are there women who still embrace these roles in their lives? So, first of all, Florence, what do you think fuels the idea that women should be confined to the kitchen and not allowed to pursue their dreams?
Okay, thank you so much for the question.
Yeah.
The idea of women being the idea of women being confined to the kitchen is being fueled by mixed ideas. It's being fueled by cultural and societal expectations. Yeah, because when I said cultural, before now, although most families, they still adopt that ideology, because before now our fathers will always say, okay, the women are not supposed to go to school, they're supposed to be at home, they're supposed to take care of the home. It's a waste of time or a waste of money to send them to school because they are per se home. They're supposed to take care of the responsibilities at home. Yes. And in society has a whole lot of expectations, and they look down, permit me to say, they look down on women. But truth be told, it's not like that.
It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Even if it is, but even if it is, it's not up to 50-50. It's not up to, it doesn't have a high rate anymore. It's just very few persons that still observe that.
Okay, so are you saying it's like very few persons observe that in an urban setting, or even in the village too? Women are out of their shells, or do they still do that in our villages where
Rarely.
women are not?
Rarely.
So do you have any experience, or do you have any story that a particular woman in a village has been given a land before? Because we know that's the most...
I even have I've experienced such before.
Okay.
Yes, I've experienced such because before now that would be like women don't go to school. They're supposed to stay at home. Like, they shouldn't go to school so that they don't waste his money or something like that. And then when it comes to in terms of inheritance or willing properties, especially where we don't have the male children involved, yes, they will tell you that it's not. And this cases, it's worst in the Igbos. I'm from Igbo. Yes, it's worst in our places because they'll tell you no, that a woman does not sit where a man sits, or sometimes or talk. Yes, or sometimes they'll be like, there is this thing they normally say, as a woman, that is, can you can you urinate, and then your urine will go up before it comes down. You get a whole lot of things, and then so that's very bad.
All right, so Tessie, this raises another question. Do you think this mindset contributes to why we have high rates of toxic relationships in our country now?
Oh, well, yes. Because most times we pretend a lot. You know, most people come out smiling as if there's good home behind the smile. Most time there's a lot of quarrel, a lot of fight, whereby you want to contribute in your own family. Maybe your husband, people will be like, don't say anything now, you're not supposed to talk, let your husband finish. Do you understand? But that's your home. Getting married to a man, or your woman getting married to whoever she likes or love, you guys are coming together to be one, a team. Not yes, the man is the head of the family, no doubt, but with that, the woman, most times, you understand, a good woman that knows what she wants and how to build her home. You have to work together to have a good and understanding family, to make your children not to see the light of my wife is not supposed to work, my wife is not supposed to do anything, just sit at home and cook and take care of, just give birth, just come and born and go.
Housewife.
Yeah. It's bad. It's not good. Sorry, it was back then, but I won't say back then, because most of the families back then, they do not do that. They don't do that. You understand? But that's what they say, if you marry someone you love, you understand, you wouldn't want to cage them. You want them to explore, like to come out to the open too. Like, you'll be proud to say, this is my wife, this is what she does. Do you understand? Because you see husband and wife, they'll be at a table on occasion. The husband is gisting and communicating, the wife is just there.
Because she doesn't.
Do you understand? It will cause issue, or go back home and start shouting. I've experienced one when going back to my house from work. It was late at night. You know now, Port Harcourt, you go struggle to enter cab. Do you understand? So you have to jump. If you don't jump, you're there. You understand? So the husband and wife, like the lady with her husband, they were standing close to me. So immediately the cab came, I entered. She did not follow immediately. She was just standing. So the husband was like, enter now, what's in the worry yourself? They like show yourself everywhere.
No.
Do you know, me, I was like,
in public.
like, no, I know now. Me say, shame, catch me. Like, I was embarrassed. I'm telling you. Even after entering the cab, she was like, what even they do safe? You know, someone say you're supposed to enter. Why are you doing that? When you get home, you tell her, be smart. If she's not that kind of a person, most times people are not good with dragging things or rushing into places. You know who you married. You don't need to tell the whole world that your wife is slow. Do you understand?
It's not even a matter of being slow. That kind of man, is the intimidating type and the nagging type.
It's something else now, because you get to see a beautiful family smiling, but what's going on inside, you can't really tell. It's happening, and even our society contributes to it a lot. So most times you see women, they'll all follow women safe. You want to look good. You're married, you're giving birth to children, doesn't mean you keep yourself anyhow. You look messy. Do you understand? You say, madam, you're not supposed to be dressing like this now. Why are you wearing this? Why are you painting your hand? What will your children learn? I will look like Chris because I get children. You understand? I will not look tattered because I have children. I have to look good so that my husband will keep admiring me. You understand? Because if you don't look good, but that will go as I'm looking at So that is what I think. You understand? Yeah.
Alright, so do you also think, this is like a general question, do you think that because because some women accept these rules and they decide to just be liabilities to the men, like, do you think it's like a key factor why these men decide to treat them anyhow? I'm talking with respect to domestic violence. And then I'm throwing another question, the spicy question. And then I think some persons have been asking, how do you, in your own sense, how can you identify a narcissist? You know, a narcissist, right? Manipulators, men manipulators. So there are two questions. So who is going first?
Okay, let me go first.
Okay.
Okay, because we women, let me not use the word we, because I would not accept to be a housewife. Because some women accept to be at home to take care of the home chores and all the rest, and that does not really make you as a man to hit your wife or start beating your wife.
You know the reason why I said that? Because when these men come back home, they go to work. So they'll see other ladies there that are, hardworking, and their friends will be advising them like, your own wife, they house. But then the men will forget that they were the ones that asked their wives not to work. And then when they get back home, they start lashing the whole frustration on the wife, and like, you're at home, every time you're at home, lazy. And then it sparks up something else.
I think everything drives down to agreement and communication.
But you know,
because
these men,
because
they never agree on the
So
front.
most times I
like,
feel some of this their behavior, some of them, not all of them, and some homes too.
Yeah.
It comes up most times it's from the upbringing.
Yes.
Most times. Someone will say I can't date a girl that the parents are not together. Most guys, some ladies say, I can't date a man that the mom is still alive, or the sister has sisters.
Yes.
Do you understand? Most people are like that. Most times the way you grow, when you see your parents quarreling all the time, you take it as a normal thing. Though you're not happy about it, but you take it as a normal thing. When you get married, you want to shout at your wife. You see that your dad hitting your mom, she's not doing anything, she's not like being defensive or anything, she's just there. You'll be like, if I hit my wife, she'll stand and listen to me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You see it as something normal that happens. That is from the women angle. I love my husband. I can't leave my children.
That's where
no.
So do you think now that the way they cannot leave these toxic marriages and toxic relationship, is this what we're talking about initially? Is that like a factor because they've been brought up in a family where women are not allowed to speak? So even when their husband is beating them, they still want to remain there? Because now we've been talking about the negatives. Let us leave negatives. So how do you think that these women can actually empower themselves? I'm talking about the ones that are shy to speak up, and the ones that are in these toxic relationships where their husbands are. And I don't know if you saw one on Facebook. She did a video by herself. She came out that her husband beat her for wearing singlet, something like you wore to pick her. You saw the video to pick her. Yes. And then she took down the video, and then the man gave her something. So it was like in between. She was asking for help, but she's still this kind of person that is very submissive to the core, and she can't really come out. So me, I want to know, what is that thing that is making them not to come out?
It's fear of the unknown.
What is the unknown?
Society. I'll say it's society, because most people are scared of divorce.
Because even if you are there, you're in the marriage, they
what
will
I
still
mean
know.
by fear of the unknown.
Okay.
Because once you put away that fear of the unknown, I don't want to be called a divorcee.
Yeah.
I don't want my children to I'm not gonna die for my children, no. Like if
Because those children on that
yes, so I'm not gonna die for my children. Yes, if I have a very toxic family or marriage, and then it's a life-threatening situation, first thing first, I'll separation from the man first. Either I go somewhere else, or I go to my parents, or somewhere safe. And then if he's not willing to change, divorce straight ahead.
What I just remembered is someone telling me, an elderly woman was saying that leaving your husband, like back then, was not like an option, because back then they'll teach them, obey your wife, your husband,
no matter what they're
respect
supposed
your
to
husband.
say.
Even if he hits you, he's correcting you. He doesn't mean it. He's trying to. You understand? So they are bringing it down to us now that divorce is not a good thing. No, it's truth. Truly, divorce is not a good thing.
Yes.
But when it comes to this violence, hitting your wife, or there's one I saw. The man poured his wife hot water or what? Full. Because of what? I don't want to leave my children. If you don't want to leave your children, pack them and go now. That is the same thing. That it comes down to women that stays at home.
Yes,
that is another thing.
Because you
don't have anything. You don't have any investment. You don't have a business. Nothing.
And then that's
if you leave him, where will you start from? That's what should be asking. Where will I start from? Where will I don't even advise any woman to be sitting at home. Because if the man see you too much for her, he's going to tire for your face.
Yes, no.
Sometimes you go out and come back small. That is it. You guys are partners. You'll be like, you should cook, clean. If they give you that work, if they give some men that work,
They cannot do it.
you will not even finish that
they
plate.
can't do it.
You will finish washing that plate.
The other I
Oh,
was on
God.
social media and I saw a video where it's actually a film, but I don't really know. A video where a man, he woke up and then he saw his little boy. The boy was like, "Daddy." He saw another one. He was like, "Where is your mom?" And they said she stepped out. And then the man he panicked and he started running out. He didn't remember that he was on barefoot. He ran out of the compound, ran out of the street. He was just running because of panic. And then when he saw the wife jogging, when he saw the wife jogging, he just pretended. Oh, like, what's wrong with you? So then she recalled that her husband is always scared of taking care of the children. So when you give such duties to men, most of them cannot do it. And that's why I don't like relating to most persons that are not so innovative. They don't like thinking far. They just like, okay, let's do it the way it has been. And that way that it has been, that's what is really causing so much trouble.
All right, thank you so much, Florence and Tessie, for having such an engaging discussion. It is prevalent it is clear that gender issues are prevalent, but thank God we're having these conversations. And don't forget to our listeners to subscribe, share this podcast to somebody you don't know who might be watching you. So yeah, they really don't know. Somebody might be watching, and just a share could help save the person from that toxic marriage, that narcissist, and it's just all good. My name is Afro Debbie, and this is Tessie, and this is Florence. Until the next time, see you.